Good morning, 8th grade. Hope we're all doing well. Sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. Things got a little busy around here. Here's today's video. So, for classwork today, Wednesday, April 15th, we're continuing our learning on plate boundaries, plate tectonics. We'll use today's slides and the link shared. There are some check-in questions on slides 6, 7, 8, 9. And they are going to be due this Saturday around midnight, but doesn't mean if you have time you can't do it now. So just make sure you give a little here in the class comment for Wednesday, April 15th. So first let's hop into the slides. And so today's main idea is which boundaries are constructive and which boundaries are destructive. And again, we have our different boundaries: divergent boundaries, the two types of convergent boundaries that we'll focus on, and transform boundaries. All right, so first, what does constructive mean? Well, constructive means to build up. New crust is made if a plate boundary is constructive. Typically, magma rises, cools, hardens, and forms new crust in the picture. So this boundary would show you a constructive boundary. All right. Whereas some boundaries are destructive, means to cause great damage or destroy, and crust is destroyed or removed if a plate boundary is destructive. So you see in this picture how some crust is being pushed down below while this crust is melting. All right, the crust is pushed down, the heat melts the crust, turning the crust into magma. This boundary is destructive because it's getting rid of crust. Okay, so it's our job to identify, again, which boundaries are constructive boundaries or destructive boundaries. And a very helpful link is going to be the same website we've been using the past couple days to explore it further. All right, let's look at the first one. First, let's actually open this link and have it available for us on the next few slides. All right. So, is an oceanic and continental convergent boundary, I skipped one. Is a divergent boundary constructive or destructive? And I see this diagram here. That diagram does two parts. One, it shows you the boundary and how it moves, but two, when you actually go into the simulation, it shows you which one you should click on and you can model the moving. All right, so you can do two things. One, you can actually click and drag and see what's happening at this boundary. As a review from yesterday, this divergent boundary, the plates are moving away from each other. They are spreading apart. Okay. And so as I read, a divergent or spreading boundary occurs where two plates move apart. Magma or molten rock rises from the Earth's interior to fill the gap. Okay, well, Earth's interior to fill the gap, they rise. So that tells you that as I move, watch, I move it once. New ocean floor is made. Where does it come from? New ocean floor is made. Where does it come from? It's all coming from magma rising from Earth's interior. So this tells us two things right away. One, it tells us a divergent boundary is constructive. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to highlight. It is constructive. How do we know? Well, from our quotes, from that website, magma rises and cools to form new crust. Okay, it's constructive. It's being built, it's being made. While it doesn't say it specifically that new crust is being made in that sentence, we know. Heck, even if you continue reading down here, I'm just noticing it now. Along the top of this ocean ridge is a deep crack called a rift valley. Here, magma wells up from Earth's interior. Cooled by the sea, it solidifies into rock, creating new ocean floor. Okay, solidifying into rock tells you that it's going from liquid to solid, and we know that the crust is made of solid rock. creating new ocean floor. That is the crust that we're talking, okay? So you can even adjust your answer from magma rises, cools to what we see in the quote here. Magma wells up, cooled by the sea, solidifies into rock. Cooled by the water, solidifies into rock, and creates new crust. And see, keyword here being create, that's how we know it is constructive. Okay? And so you'll follow that same process for slides 7, 8, 9. Okay? 7, you can still go to the boundary. 8, I'm changing it up on you. Okay? Instead of using the website, use this diagram, and you see what I've circled here? I want you to focus on this part of the diagram. Focusing here on the convergent boundaries will help you determine if the boundary is constructive or if it is destructive. Okay, remember, constructive means to build and to create something new. Destroyed means destructive means it gets destroyed or it is removed. Okay, so the example was done for us in divergent boundaries. Your job is to continue 7, 8, 9. Make sure you post here on today's attendance. The questions on slides 6, 7, 8, 9 are due by midnight this Saturday. Again, check in with me during my office hours if you're ever lost, confused, or just want to check in. You know, it doesn't have to be school related. I miss you guys. I want to see you. Okay. That link again posted in the website. That's pretty hard to read. Make it a little bigger so then we can actually read it and make the text white. Go to that link. You can meet with me, check in. It's been a while. Miss you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Bye.